Om Shanti. Today's Murli will sit as a godly student. Sweet Papa, sweet Pap Dada, Sakar Murli. So Baba is telling, sweet children, stay in remembrance of one father while working. Remember the father and the home while walking and moving around. This is your act of courage because here only Maya deceive us. Here only we get cheated and we forget. So constantly there should be remembrance, and that is only the biggest effort. When and how is there regard and disregard for the father? When your children remember the father very well, you are giving him regard. If you say that you don't have time to remember the father, you are disregarding him. If we say we don't have time to remember father, then we are disregarding him. Actually, you are disregarding yourself and not the father. Do not only become well known for giving lectures, but become well known for having the pilgrimage of remembrance. Keep a chart of your remembrance. It is by having remembrance that you souls will become Satopradhan. It is by having remembrance that you souls will become Satopradhan. And our aim is also that Om Shanti, the spiritual father, explains to you, spiritual children, the cycle of 84 birth is explained to you. This is knowledge that you children have studied for many births and have continued to imbibe. This is absolutely easy. It is not something new. The father sits here and explains how many birth and rebirth you have taken from the golden age till the end of the iron age. This knowledge is already in your intellect in an easy way. This is a study. You also have to understand the beginning, middle, and end of creation. No one except the Father can explain this. No one except Father can explain this. The Father says the pilgrimage of remembrance, which is also called yoga, is more elevated than this knowledge. The word yoga is very famous, but this yoga is the pilgrimage of remembrance. The word yoga is very famous, but this yoga is pilgrimage of remembrance. It's not the worldly yoga, standing on one leg, bending right, left. It is the pilgrimage of remembrance. People who go on pilgrimages say that they are going on a pilgrimage to such a such place. They go on Srinath or Amarnath and they remember those places. When pilgrimages word coming means we'll remember those places. Similarly, you now understand that spiritual father teaches you very long pilgrimage of remembrance. He says, remember, return from those pilgrimages. This is a pilgrimage where you have to go and reside in the land of liberation. Our pilgrimage is to the land of liberation. So our real pilgrimage is on the land of to the land of liberation, Mukti Dham, Param Dham. Although you will have to play your parts, they will they will not be in this old world. You have disinterest in the old world. This is okay. Means we after this also we have to play our part, but not we in this old world. In this old world, our part is over almost. Now our next part is in the new new world. We have got this interest in the old world, right? We don't want this old world to continue more. This is the dirty kingdom of the Ravan. Therefore, the main aspect is the pilgrimage of remembrance. Some children don't even understand how to have remembrance. While working, it is very much fun, but we have to take out the techniques. Like it is very, very emotional time when, as a Shiv Mama, just we have to feel she is beside us. And we can sing some mother song. No, there are many sentimental songs. And we just sing for her. If she is there, happiness is there. If she is not there, happiness is not there. It will be so nice, and work will get over also. We won't know when it got over. And just thinking that she's standing. Like that, different while working, we have to see. For example, we can, while working in office, we can see that my boss itself is Shiv Baba, and she's my mother also, she's my father also. And that's why I'm having so much privilege in office. I am being it's very comfortable in the office. There's no problem with me. Because the office you are working where your father only is the owner means how it will be, or your mother only. So it will be like always taking care of you, right? So like that, we have to develop the consciousness at every place. While playing with kid, my Shiv, baby is my kid and he is playing with me. He's hiding in Paramdham, then he's coming in front of me. He's hiding in Paramdham, again coming in front of me. So whether someone has remembrance or not is not visible. So we know now all these things if we are doing, no one can see and know. So the father says, consider yourself to be souls and remember me, your father. This is not something that is visible. It cannot be known to what extent someone stays in the stage of pilgrimage of remembrance. Only that individual would know that. This method has been shown to many. The benefactor father has explained. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember Shiv Baba. By all means, continue to do your service. For example, there are children on security duty. They walk around and it is very easy for them to stay in the memory. For example, Baba is telling those children who are in security, they guard the places. That people, that children can remember Shiv Baba very easily. Jagte raho, keep waking up. So souls also should be always waking up in remembrance of Baba. You should not remember anything other than Father. The Father explains to you using examples. You have to keep coming and going on this pilgrimage of remembrance. So just in a second we can go Paramdham and pick a book like a small child to Baba and come back. No, we can have lots of childish fun and it will entertain as well as no, it will fill us with so much enthusiasm as well as our pilgrimage of remembrance will be continuous. Just as a Christian priest walk in silence. So you children also have to remember father and home with lot of love, with all relation. Just as Christian, with lot of love. So this destination is very high. Devotees also continue to make this effort. However, they don't know that they have to return home. They think that they will return when the Iron Age finishes. There's no one to teach them. Whereas you children are being taught. When you are on security duty, the more you remain in solitude and remember the Father, the better it will be. It is by having remembrance that your sins are cut away. There are burdens of the sins of many birth on your head. Those who become Sato Pradhan first are also the ones who go into the kingdom of Ram first. Kingdom of Ram, Shivram first. Therefore, there are the ones who have to remain on pilgrimage of remembrance the most. Kingdom of Ram is Satyayug. Shivram only is establishing it. This is a matter of each and every cycle, and so they have a good chance to stay on pilgrimage of remembrance. There's no question here of fighting or quarreling. As you come and go, and as you sit, you can carry out two tasks at the same time, keeping watch and also remembering the Father, and continue to remember the Father while performing actions. Those on security duty can experience the most benefit. Whether it is day or night, those on security duty can benefit a great deal if they imbibe the habit of staying in remembrance. The Father has given you very good service to do. Security duty and the pilgrimage of remembrance. Wow, what a combination. Baba is very happy. So you receive a chance to stay in remembrance of Father. You are shown many different ways to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. While cutting vegetable, we can say that Baba's light is cutting all my bondages. We have to make that rhymes like that. Cutting, this is getting cut. Uh, Cooking, so what is getting cooked? Preparing, innovating, working, washing, so we can relate and make those kind of points, so it will be easy. Today only I am getting more idea. You're not able to stay in remembrance outside in your business as much you are able to hear means in Madhuban I have not been, but yeah, of course, the highest vibration in the world. So therefore you come to Madhuban to be refreshed. So go into solitude in the mountains, sit in a rock and stay on pilgrimage of the remembrance. It does not matter if one goes or if two or three other goes. There is very good chance here to do this. The main thing is to have remembrance of the Father. The ancient yoga of Bharat is very famous. You now understand that your sins are cut away with this pilgrimage of remembrance. You will become Sato Pradhan. Therefore, you have to make a very good effort for this. To demonstrate staying in remembrance of Father while working in an act of courage, you definitely have to perform actions because you belong to the household path. So let there be remembrance of Father while living at home with your families and doing businesses, etc. There is a great deal of income in this for you. Although it does not enter in the intellect of some children, the Father continues to tell you to keep a chart. Some write their chart for a little while. I missed the chart yesterday. It became 12 coming to the place. Then I was like, Baba, how to write chart now? So Father shows you many methods. Children want to come to Baba. You can earn a great deal of income here. The solitude is very good. The Father sits here and personally explains to you, remember me, and your sins will be cut away because there are the sins of many birth on your head. Many fight and quarrels take place due to vice. There are many obstacles. Some Bab, some say Baba, they won't let us remain pure. Father says, child, stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance and remove the burden of sin of many birth from your head. So whatever is the bondages for us, whether anyone disturb in staying remembrance, they don't let us be follow this knowledge. All the reason is the burden of sin on our head. If we remain remove this burden by continuous staying in pilgrimage of remembrance, everything will become normal. And they also will come on this path. At least they will start supporting. So continue to remember Shiv Baba while sitting at home. You can have remembrance wherever you are sitting. You can practice this wherever you live. Whoever comes, give them this message. The Father says, consider yourself to be soul and remember the Father. This is called the power of yoga, power of remembrance, considering ourselves as a soul and remembering the Father. Power means strength, Shakti. The Father is called Almighty Authority. So, how can you receive that power from the Father? The Father Himself says, remember me. While coming down, you have become Tamo Pradhan. And so that power has now completely finished. There is not even a penny worth left. There are some among you who explain this very well and who remember the Father. Therefore, each of you has to ask yourself what your chart is like. The Father tells all the children that pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. It is by having remembrance that your sins will be cut away. Even if there is no one to caution you, still remember the Father. Even if you leave alone abroad, you can still stay in remembrance. For instance, if you are a married couple and your wife is elsewhere, you can write and tell her simply remember one thing. Remember the Father, and a sense of many birth will be burnt. Destruction standing ahead. The Father continues to explain many good methods. But whether you do it or not, it is up to you. You children understand that the advice the Father gives is very good. Our duty is to give the message to everyone, our friends, relatives, etc. And whosoever we meet, whether they are your friends or whosoever they are, you should be interested in doing service. You have pictures as well as a badge. They are very good things. This badge can make anyone into Lakshmi and Narayan. You have to explain the picture of the Trimurti very well. The one above them is Shiv. Those people make an image of Trimurti. They do not show an image of Shiv above it. Because of them not knowing Shiv, the boat of Bharat has sunk. Now only by remembering Shiv Baba can the boat of Bharat go across. They call out, "O purifier, come and purify us, impure ones." Yet they say that he is omnipresent. The people of are across all around the world they call, "O purify, come and purify us, impure ones." But then also they say that he is omnipresent. This mistake is worth pennies. The Father sits here and explains to you the way to give lectures. The Father continues to give you directions about how to do service and open museums. Then many will come. A circus goes to many big cities. They have so much equipment. People from many villages go to see them. This is why the Father says, build such a beautiful museum that people become happy when they see it and tell others about it. It is also explained that whatever service takes place, it happened as it did in the previous cycle. However, you have to have a great deal of concern about becoming Satopradhan. It is in this that some children become careless and make mistakes. Maya also create obstacles on this pilgrimage of remembrance. So ask your heart, do I have that much interest? Do I make effort? This knowledge is a common matter, although no one except the Father can explain the cycle of 84 birth. The pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. At the end, no one except the one Father has to be remembered. That much effort should be there that at the end, whatever happens, only we remember Father. There was a couple, as such, it was like always Shiv Baba remembering. But when the doctor started giving injection or something, anesthesia, she started panicking and told, call my husband. So that should not be our situation. Should always have Shiv Baba. The Father continues to give you all directions, full direction. The main aspect is to remember Baba. You can explain to anyone, whoever they are. You can explain the badge to them. No one else has such a meaningful medal. Those in the military receive a medal when they do something good. Anyone who sees the medal of Rai Sahab would see that he received a title from the viceroy. Previously, there used to be viceroys, but they don't have any power now. There are so many quarrels now. The number of human beings has increased so much. So, land is needed for them in the cities. The father is now establishing human. So many will be destroyed and very few will remain. There will be so much land there and everything will be new there. So you have to make very good effort in order to go to that new world. Every human being makes effort to claim a very high status. It is understood that if someone does not make effort fully, he will fail. He himself understands that he will fail and so he stops studying and find employment. Nowadays, they have a strong employment laws also. Human beings are very unhappy, right? So many rules, regulations. So Baba now shows you such a path that there will be no trace of sorrow for 21 birth. Hmm. The father says, simply stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance to whatever extent you can. Night time is very good. By all means, remember Baba while lying down. However, some fall asleep. An old person would not be able to sit for long. Therefore, he would surely go to sleep. He would continue to remember the Father while lying down. He would experience great internal happiness because there is a great deal of income in this. You think that there is still time left, but it is not known when till death will come. Therefore, the Father explains. The main thing is the pilgrimage of remembrance. It is difficult to have this outside in the cities. When you have come here, you have a very good chance. There's nothing to worry about here. This is why you must continue to increase your chart here. Your character will also continue to be reformed through this. However, Maya is very powerful. Those who live in this home do not give it as much value as those who live outside do. However, at the moment, the result of Gope's brothers who are lost in the love of God is still good. Some daughters write, they harass us a great deal to get married. Hmm. Some unmarried daughters, they write that parents or relatives are harassing to get married. What can we do? Strong and sensible daughters would never write in this way. The Baba is telling the daughters who are strong and sensible are like Ashtashakti Avatar, Durga Swarupa. No one can do anything and they won't never write like this. Someone write in this way, Baba understand that she is like a goat or a sheep. It is in your hand to protect your life. There are many types of sorrow in the world. Baba now explains to you in a very easy way. You children are greatly fortunate because you have become the children of the Lord and Master. The Father makes you so elevated, yet you defame the Father. That too is a false defamation. You have become so tamo pradhan. Don't even ask. How much more can one tolerate? People threaten one another and say, if you cause any more distress, I will put an end to you. That much they say. The father sits here and explains this. Only stories have been written in scriptures. Baba show you very easy methods. Have remembrance while performing actions. There's a great deal of benefit in this. Come here early in the morning. Come here early in the morning and sit in remembrance. You'll experience great pleasure. However, you don't have much interest in doing this. A teacher is able to understand from the behavior of the student which one will fail. The father also understands which one will fail, and that too is for cycle after cycle. Although they may be very clear at giving lectures and be able to explain at exhibitions, they don't have remembrance. They fail in this. This show a great deal of disregard. They are in fact disregarding themselves. Shiv Baba cannot be disregarded. None of you can say that you don't have time for remembrance. Baba would not believe you. You can have remembrance while bathing. Remember the father at the time of eating. You can earn a great deal of income in this. Some children are only very well known for giving lectures. They have no yoke. That arrogance make them fall. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. From the spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste. Shukriya, Baba, Shukriya. Essence for Dharna. In order to take power from Almighty Authority Father, increase your chart of remembrance. In order to take power from Almighty Authority Father, increase your chart of remembrance. First, we need to keep the chart. Then increase the chart. Create different ways to have remembrance. Sit in solitude and accumulate extra income for yourself. Sit in solitude and create extra income for yourself. Second, be concerned about becoming Satipradhan. Do not become careless and make mistakes. Do not become arrogant. Be interested in doing service. Together with that, stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. That blessing is, may you be double light and remain as detached and loving as a lotus by handling over everything through the Father. Your work, you know, I'm just instrument. What you will let me make me do, I'll do. So to belong to Father means to give all your burdens to the Father. To be double light means to hand over everything to the Father. Even this body is not mine. Since even that body does not belong to you, what else remains? Even this body is not mine. Since even that body does not belong, what else remains? All of you have made a promise. This body is yours, this mind is yours, all the wealth is yours. To Baba, we gave everything, right? So, since everything belongs to Father, how can there be any burdens? Therefore, keep the example of the lotus in your awareness and remain constantly loving, detached, and you will become double light. Slogan: True Pandavas are those who finishes bossiness. True Pandavas are those who finish bossiness and who melt away all their awareness of the body with spirituality. Now, in Shastra, they say Pandavas went and in mountain melted their body. But melting body is melting the body consciousness, finishing the body consciousness, all awareness, and becoming complete soul consciousness. Om Shanti. Today's thought. Did you accumulate the instant fruit of service? Or did you just labor? You may have used 8 hours for service. But did you accumulate those 8 hours in service? Working, but accumulating is different. Accumulation may happen only when we are in working in remembrance. So did you accumulate that time or did you accumulate half? And was half of the time spent running around and thinking about everything? Elevated thoughts and thoughts of good wishes and pure feelings are accumulated. These are the things that get increased in the account if we have elevated thoughts, thoughts of good wishes and pure feelings. So check your account of accumulation throughout the day. When your account of accumulation increases, you will automatically become a diamond. Even now, your time and your thoughts are neither accumulated in account of good nor the bad. It is account you were saved from accumulating in the account of bad. But did you accumulate in the account of good? Do you understand? Now save your time and your thoughts. The more you save and accumulate now, then accordingly you will rule and be worshipped throughout the earth. How much we have good thought, how much we accumulate, that much will be our worship. 16 to 1996. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Shukriya, Baba. Shukriya. Om Shanti.